Paul Manafort, U.S. President Donald Trump's former campaign manager, offered to post more than $12 million in real estate and life insurance assets and to limit his travel in a bid to avoid continued house arrest, according to court documents filed on Saturday. Manafort, who ran Trump's presidential campaign for several months last year, and associate Richard Gates last week pleaded not guilty to a 12-count indictment by a federal grand jury. The charges include conspiracy to launder money, conspiracy against the United States, and failing to register as foreign agents of Ukraine's former pro-Russian government. They are part of Special Counsel Robert Mueller's investigation into alleged Russian efforts to tilt the 2016 election in Trump's favor and potential collusion by Trump associates. In the Saturday court filing, Manafort offered to limit his travel to New York, Washington, and Florida, and pledged life insurance worth about $4.5 million and about $8 million in real estate assets, including a property on Fifth Avenue in New York. U.S. District Judge Amy Berman Jackson said on Thursday that initial bail terms would remain in place and set a bail hearing for today to consider changes. On Friday, she suggested a potential trial date on May 7 next year. Manafort and Gates are under house arrest, under unsecured bonds of $10 million and $5 million, respectively, which means they do not have to post the bail unless they fail to show up for court or breach other conditions. Prosecutors have argued there is a risk of flight and both men are subject to electronic monitoring. As part of the indictment, the special counsel's office is seeking forfeiture of 4 of Manafort's properties in connection with money laundering charges. Peter Carr, a spokesman for Mueller, declined to comment on Saturday. Manafort, 68, in the filing also explained why he had 3 different U.S. passports, a fact noted by prosecutors. Manafort's lawyer, Kevin Downing, rejected suggestions that Manafort was a Jason Bourne character, a reference to a fictitious, globe-trotting, rogue covert agent. The facts are much more mundane, Downing wrote. Manafort had 2 passports, including one for submitting to foreign governments to receive visas while traveling on the other, his lawyer said. He was issued a 3rd passport because one had been lost and Manafort contacted passport services to advise them that it was found. Downing also wrote that funds Manafort had deposited in accounts on the island of Cyprus were legal and now had only nominal balances. Prosecutors said Manafort and Gates used many entities to send more than $18 million from Ukraine through Cyprus and eventually to the United States. In a court filing last Tuesday, federal prosecutors said that Manafort's financial assets were substantial but difficult to quantify because he listed figures on loan applications and other financial documents since 2012 that ranged between $19 million and $136 million.